This castle was built on top of a portal to hell. The evil and energy this place holds remains intense, and the castle is considered to be one of the most haunted in the world. Many to enter have come face to face with ghosts, grotesque creatures, and even demonic beings. Tonight, we will be locked within the castle, sleep directly on top of the portal to hell, discover a secret chamber that brings us closer to hell than ever before.
I feel like this is the portal to hell. We found it.
And I'd be touched and physically harmed by the end of the night. Welcome to Houska Castle. This feels very bad in here. Get me out of here. Hi Crypt Keepers, and welcome to a very special Halloween episode of AmysCrypt. We have an entire castle to ourselves. I ain't fooling around, I have the key. Not only that, we have Houska Castle to ourselves, world renowned as being a literal portal to hell. Yes, we are sleeping here. Someone is going to have to sleep on top of the portal to hell.
We've had an incredible string of haunted locations this October, but Amy really has saved the best till last. I am on edge because we are locked inside this castle tonight, and who knows, what if the legends are true? What if it really is built on top of a portal to hell?
Not only demons and the portal to hell, the history here is very layered, and then we also have a lot of other hauntings and supposed paranormal activity that goes on here.
I actually have heard that a string of bad luck can follow those that visit this castle or spend the night at this castle. And today it's already hit me. I've already stepped in dog whilst doing our drone and B-roll shots.
I'm pretty pumped to get inside, show you guys around and lose light so that we can start investigating, so stay tuned. In a remote part of the Czech Republic's vast countryside lies a terrifying secret. Houska Castle. Ancient rumours exist that this castle was solely built to conceal one of the most terrifying things imaginable, a portal to hell. Constructed in the 1200s, Houska Castle was built with seemingly no real purpose. It didn't sit on any trade routes, held no strategic military importance. It wasn't near great hunting lands or any easily accessible water sources, but its construction also boasted other peculiarities, for it was made without necessary utilities like a kitchen, but also, the castle's defences do not face outwards from the castle, but rather face inwards of the building, as if they were built to keep an enemy inside rather than out. Some answers as to why Houska Castle exists in such a way can be found in legend. Hundreds of years ago, before Houska stood upon this limestone cliff face, a deep crack had formed in the stone, so deep it appeared to have no bottom. Locals in the area knew it as the hole to hell, and were extremely wary of passing by, even fully avoiding the area after dark. It is even said that strange demonic creatures would fly out of this hole each night to wreak havoc on the local village, terrorizing anyone they passed and killing livestock in the process. All attempts to fill in or cover this hole were unsuccessful, and so experiments were conducted by nobility surrounding the hellhole. These saw a condemned prisoner offered a chance of freedom in exchange to consenting to being lowered into the void. After agreeing to this and being lowered down, the prisoner fell silent for quite some time, descending a great distance. But all at once, the prisoner suddenly began to scream out in agonized, blood-curdling pain. He was swiftly pulled to the surface, where it was revealed he had aged greatly, now sporting totally white hair, a worn face, and was allegedly completely mad. Soon after, this man also died, and whilst the experiment was supposedly repeated with other men, it always ended the same way. Being an obvious danger to humanity, the hellhole needed to be covered, and so thick stone plates were used to conceal the crack in the limestone, and a chapel was built right over the top, in order to seal the portal to hell once and for all. That chapel remains to this day as the oldest part of Houska Castle, and seems to do its job for the most part. Yet many believe strong energy from the evil below remains, and there are still countless paranormal reports that surround Houska Castle. This might explain the pull and attraction the castle has had over those studying the black arts throughout the years, with a rogue Swedish commander making Houska his head headquarters in the 17th century to carry out unsavoury black magic and experiments with alchemy. These reportedly also terrified locals until the commander was assassinated within the castle. Later, from 1939 to 1945, the castle would also be occupied by Nazi Germany. Whilst it isn't known for sure why or what the castle was used for at this time, as it again still remained an insignificant stronghold to man. It's believed that Houska was solely chosen for occult experimentation, specifically to harness the power from the portal to hell. Many believe rituals were performed at the castle, only adding to the mystery of the site. To this day, paranormal reports remain in place. People have cited not only spirits, but beings that can only be described as demonic in and around the castle. They have been touched, witnessed objects move on their own, electrical malfunctions have occurred, UFOs have been seen, animals have been unsettled and refused to enter the castle, and the energy here has been so overwhelming to some it has seeped into their nightmares. Tonight, we will attempt to sleep within the castle, directly on top of the portal to hell, and what we would experience and document within Houska Castle left me shaken and shocked. It's the perfect location for our Halloween special, and we do have limited edition merch for the occasion, but if you think you're ready to venture into one of the most dangerous and evil haunted locations in the world of us, hit like, subscribe, and let's jump into the investigation. And just like that, we are locked in. Although I don't know how to lock the door, so we've taken preventative measures.
Well, at least if anyone comes in, we'll hear it, because that sign's just going to go.
I've been very safe and secure.
But here we are, the courtyard of Houska Castle. Oh my god, it looks so cool.
And you just met a little friend before, didn't you?
It's weird, I don't know if it's an omen. I've already stepped on dog tonight, but I almost stepped on a toad.
There was a toad hopping through here, which is actually really funny because there's a headless apparition that's been sighted in this courtyard, but there is also a creature that has been described as part man, part frog, part bulldog in here, right here.
So it's a bullfrog.
Bullfrog dog man.
The bullfrog dog man, I like it. Bullfrog dog man. Am I going to be reaching out to bullfrog dog man tonight?
Mabes. Maybe. I'm going to reach out to anyone unless I can find my ghost tube.
Gotta have that ghost tube.
I just hit roll on GhostTube. I do have the language set to check for the country that we are in, but this is the courtyard of Houska Castle, and it is said to be quite an active place. Houska Castle's courtyard is an obvious hub for paranormal energy. Many have claimed to sight visual phenomena here, ranging from light anomalies to apparitions to otherworldly beings. Some have claimed to sight a headless ghost here with blood spurting from their neck, while there is also a part frog, part bulldog, part man creature seen. But also, some claim winged creatures have flown overhead here. That's all before considering the dark shadow figure seen pacing the upper courtyard walkways. And then there's the noises, the voices, footsteps and screams that are extremely common.
You know what's weird? When I first saw photos of this castle, I always thought this was the portal to hell, but it's actually just a water fountain. Maybe that's where the frog dog man came from or whatever. Anyway, so people are said to have seen a headless ghost roaming this courtyard, right? And like along the balconies?
Yeah, which... Female?
Oh, maybe they're talking about you.
Or is there a lady here?
I said a headless guy, maybe they're correcting me. Maybe it's a headless female.
I actually think is a woman.
Is it?
My memory is slipping me here, but I've always thought it was a lady, yeah.
Well, that's weird then. If that's correct, then maybe it was correcting me. So I was like, headless guy.
Okay, if there's a lady here, hello, my name is Amy and I'm here tonight with Jared. Come a very long way to visit this castle. I do believe I got my stories confused with another castle here, and the headless apparition spotted in the courtyard is actually a man. However, there is a lady in white said to haunt the castle, so this very well could have been her making her presence known. I swear I just heard scratching in the chapel.
Yeah, when we were doing our patron tour, I swear I was hearing noises. And when you went to the bathroom before, I was hearing noises down here while I was waiting for you.
What did you hear?
So this is the entrance to the chapel where we're about to take you guys. I was standing right here waiting for you, just like looking at the sky and stuff. And then I heard three like this. I heard that today while you were on the toilet.
Shall we go into the chapel, which is probably the most notorious, famed area of this castle?
You first.
The chapel is undoubtedly one of the most interesting paranormal hotspots within the castle. Some say that screams, scratching from demons' claws, and wails of pain can be heard emanating from beneath the floor late at night, right from where the portal to hell is concealed. Others say demonic entities could still linger in the space, but the question is, does the chapel adequately offer protection from this evil?
So this is it, guys. This is, I'm going to say it, this is a portal to hell.
Obviously, guys, like you see on the camera, this is a chapel. And they say that the chapel was built on top of the portal to hell because there was some gaping hole in the ground and all these monsters were flying out and attacking the town below. This is where a lot of the legends centre.
I'm going to put GhostTube on the floor.
This seems familiar.
Yes. So we were here like 5 years ago. We did have GhostTube back then in a more primitive form. We spent some time in this chapel just during the day. We captured some really weird audio anomalies in here that very much sound like screams. It does it again. Didn't do it again that time. Initially I did see it go up. So as Jared mentioned, there's apparently a big hole down here that leads down to hell. The chapel here is the oldest part of the castle. It was the first part to be constructed, which fits the belief that this whole castle exists to keep the outside world safe from what is underneath our feet.
Why is she here?
Why is she here? The female.
Why is she here or why is he here?
I heard, why is she here? The other word it said is female, so we're not sure why she is here. If you're referring to me, I can tell you I'm here to talk to anyone that might be here at Houska Castle. Just to talk, just to communicate. I want to know your story.
So I'm going to do something else. I'm actually pretty sure we did this last time we were here as well. Did I do this last time? I swear you made me do this last time.
We definitely both did this, yes.
Fun fact, guys, we actually tried to buy a stethoscope today to bring here, but we couldn't find one. But we were going to. But anyway, we'll do the old-fashioned way.
Are you hearing anything?
No. Just the sound of our own pulse.
I could just see your ass crack.
Oi!
What happened to me?
Oh, someone's really like not sure what's going on here.
It's weird too, because when we did our Patreon Early Access tour, we got a lot of words centered in the chapel and not much words elsewhere as well. So I feel like this is definitely a hub for something. Like, I feel like this is definitely, like so far it's holding true to the stories, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Just for reference, during our members-only walkthrough earlier in the night, we did receive the word ritual upon entering the chapel, which we linked to the castle's occupation by Nazi Germany during World War II.
So the chapel is special because allegedly it was built on top of a portal to hell, or a gateway to hell.
Ritual.
We just got the word ritual!
No. Okay, during World War II, this castle was occupied by Nazi Germany soldiers, and the belief is that they were doing ceremonies and rituals here, trying to like harness the energy of what's beneath the floor under this chapel, the gateway to hell. And it was pretty much built to cover this gateway because there was demons and stuff flying out of it and attacking people and dragging them down there. So this castle has been built not to keep people out so much, but to keep something in.
Just said okay. The spirits are
They agree.
agreeing with you.
Following this, we received the word okay and then agreed, almost as if the spirits were letting us know we had made the correct association for the response of rituals. Finally, we also received the words man, abused, and then give it back. At the time, we thought this could be linked to some of the artwork in the chapel, but now, upon reflecting, I do believe it could even be linked to the prisoners that were supposedly lowered into the hellhole as a type of sick experiment.
Alright, Amy, your turn. Do you hear your own pulse?
Yeah.
Your ass is hanging out too. I think it said Michael, not.
I think that's Saint Michael. You heard Michael?
I thought it said Michael, yeah. I may have misheard, I didn't see it.
It's really weird to me that Jared heard this response come through as Michael. Although this wasn't the word that actually displayed, this chapel was dedicated to Archangel Michael, who raised God's army against Satan, and there's even images of Michael depicted on the walls of the chapel. That's weird that we're getting so many words again. As we mentioned, we did a little GhostTube walkthrough earlier. There's definitely, this is said to be like a battery, like there's definitely energy here. this is the portal, you know what I'm saying? Now guys, from a historical point of view, this chapel is very interesting as well. It's got a couple of are they frescoes or fresnos?
Who knows?
These paintings on the wall. This one featuring a dragon getting slain. Dragon, traditionally a sign of evil, which is strange to be in a chapel, but also over here. This is the only one of these in the world. This is a female centaur, part human, part horse, but also she's left-handed and she is firing a bow at a human. Now, being left-handed back in the day was a sign of, again, evil. And then you've got like this pagan icon, which doesn't really belong in a place of religion like a chapel like this, but it's thought that that could be symbolic of the evil that was once here in the area, which now, again, contained under our feet.
But what I do like about this legend is that there are paintings on the wall, like there's artifacts that sort of support it. I think that's what makes this one really cool.
And these stories, they are so prevalent. There is something though that I found in this castle that I have never ever seen anyone investigate or explore or go in or show in a video. I'm actually gobsmacked. Like, this seems like a secret passageway that leads deeper down under the chapel, and you don't know about it because I found it while we were doing daytime B-roll. So we're going to explore it together a bit later.
What's down there? Did you go down?
I didn't go down. I seen it and I was like, wow, that looks like a staircase directly under the chapel, which is mind-boggling, right? That's where the hellhole is, and I found it.
Oh my God.
So keep watching, guys, because we're going to go down there. Now we're making our way upstairs through the castle to a place where paranormal activity has been reported a lot. So we've just made it up to the top of the staircase, so we're now on the middle floor here, and I just want to point out the courtyard. So we have the courtyard beneath us, that's where we just were down there. It's like a wraparound courtyard, so it's very cool. But this is the room of interest in here.
This one?
Yeah. The hunting room is a place where many have claimed to encounter the paranormal. Here, electrical faults have been reported, with lights flickering on and off on their own. Poltergeist activity has also occurred, with glasses moving along tables and smashing onto the ground. Yet some also say that an entity nicknamed the Guardian exists here, thought to protect the castle, but especially the seal over the portal to hell.
Jesus, it looks like a seance room with this table. Check this out. Conjure some serious spirits of this thing.
Funny you say that, because there has been activity in here. I've heard that these light bulbs on this candelabra thing up here have not just like flickered or turned off, which they have, but they have exploded.
Can I just test something? Oh, look at this guy. It's like a little devil holding up the fire poker. And can I just test these lights though?
Matka. Mother.
Mother?
Mother? Are you looking for your mother?
Any children here?
There could be. This castle is hundreds of years old, right? It's funny we got female as well. Like, maybe there's a lady here, someone looking for their mother.
Cigar.
Cigar. So we just got the word cigar, which is kind of interesting because this is a hunting sort of trophy room. So maybe it's like a space for gentlemen, which kind of goes against the word mother, but it's an interesting word.
Can you feel me?
No. No, I can't.
I can try. Can you touch me? Come up and touch my hand, please. Maybe that's what you're already doing.
Oh, Amy, don't look up.
What? Oh no. No. That.
Turkey.
I can't do it. I know there's a lot of dead things in here, but yeah, nah, I don't like the birds.
This is a lovely room of death. Ace Ventura? Anyone? I probably cracked that joke last time we were here.
No, you said like 2 words on camera last time we were here. You were too shy to be on the video.
I have definitely improved. I have.
You have.
Bully. Fight.
Fight?
We're not here to fight you. Oh, it could be relevant to the armory.
Right, yes. We're about to enter the armory, but before we do, just want to point out, toilet, one of many at this place, but we have to do that in AmysCrypt, so. But yeah, you're right, just through here's the armory. In this room here.
Again though, another lovely room of death.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the armory here, and there's all these like weapons and stuff. Shields.
More death in the form of fur everywhere. But there are a lot of weapons here. I don't know if these are original or like, let me have a whirl. Don't know what a sword is supposed to feel like, so I can't tell you if it's real or not.
You know what? Isn't it weird though? Because wasn't the castle like, it wasn't in a strategic point, so they don't actually know why it was built other than the legend surrounding the hell hole. Can I call it Hellmouth?
Yeah, like Buffy.
We've been watching a shit ton of Buffy. Amy's got me hooked. Season 4 we're up to.
Yeah, there's like no running water here. It wasn't a necessary stronghold. It wasn't a good area for hunting when it was built. The only reason this castle is here is to cover the Hellmouth. But I guess these weapons are just, you know, for show now these days.
I like that we're calling it Hellmouth. We started that. We're starting that.
Christopher could be like a Saint Christopher, I'm not sure. Christopher is in fact a name of another one of the saints that is depicted on the walls of the chapel downstairs. So I have heard there's been, you know, activity here. People have cited a dark, tall figure, appears to be a man, and they've nicknamed him the Guardian. I don't know if he's good, bad, bit of a grey area kind of guy, but he's fought because, you know, there's this gateway here. He kind of protects it. So maybe, you know, ensuring the castle is protected, hence protecting the Hellmouth.
You've got a bit of dirt on your face from the chapel.
Oh no, do I?
Yeah, hang on, let me just get you. I got you.
Is there a guardian here? Are you looking after the castle? Is it okay that we're here?
Bien.
And I heard a noise out there.
Forward.
Run forward.
I heard a noise that way, yes.
Should we, okay, run. Normally I don't run when people tell me to run, but I did hear a noise and it maybe came from in here. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Is it okay that we?
It's actually really cold in this bit too, which is weird because it's all wooden. Isn't it supposed to be like good insulation?
Did you just? Is that you?
No, I'm not touching anything. What was that?
Just. Well, I feel like this is where the noise came from, no?
It's not me. I swear, it's not me.
Is that a door? That is moving on its own.
That door was, yeah, it's that.
This was a weird string of events, from hearing a voice, then a bang, and then the GhostTube words stringing together. But as we moved through the room, we heard more noises seeming to originate from a small door. We opened the door and had a look inside but couldn't see much. I'm not sure if these taps were caused by a draft banging the door, yet all of this happening at once was certainly odd to us.
You know what's weird? I thought I heard a voice, then I heard a noise, and then it said run, all at the same time. The noise could have been this, maybe there's a draft, but that was really f***ing creepy.
Not only that, it strung together 2 words that made sense. Run forward. Feeling like perhaps the Guardian was trying to drive us out, we now moved our way upstairs. This up here is the highest point of the castle. There's some stunning views. It's also been all restored. It's actually gorgeous.
Yeah, this place seems quite grand, doesn't it? It's got all like the furnishings and stuff.
Again, if we go through here, this is just the top level of the wraparound courtyard.
Hello!
But through here is the ballroom, and it is absolutely snazzy.
Well, yeah, this is fancy. This gives me Beauty and the Beast vibes for sure. After they renovated and made it all nice.
We did earlier on the GhostTube walkthrough with our patrons and YouTube members get told, did you just hear something? As we were walking, it felt like something moved. Patrons and YouTube members. Patrons and YouTube members. Patrons and YouTube members.
I didn't just now, but earlier during that walkthrough, we walked through this doorway just through here, and I got a breeze hit me right in the face as I walked in, and all the windows up here are closed.
Okay. Leave.
Oh my God.
We're not leaving. It's like when I was going to say when I walked through that, it just hit me in the face. It was like something sort of like, but that happened earlier. I didn't hear anything just then.
We did get a word though right before the wind hit you in the face that was like, don't go there or stay out or something like that, right? I'll now show the moment during our earlier walkthrough we are referring to. Here, GhostTube warns us not to go somewhere, and the moment Jared walks through the doorway, he feels a gush of air come over him. It is interesting to note this isn't something I felt, and you can actually hear the wind on the phone camera's audio.
We did want to take you guys through here.
Don't go there.
Don't go where? There's plenty of places
That door.
I heard you shouldn't go to in this castle.
Ooh, I just felt like a cold breeze through there, but all the windows are closed.
Right.
As we walked through that door.
This door.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to note, now that I've reviewed this footage, that you can clearly hear wind noise on the camera's audio. You can also see that I walked through before Jared, and there's no apparent wind movement on my hair, plus all the windows are sealed on this area of the castle. Additionally, during 2 separate visits to this area, we got similar responses of don't go there, and then later, leave. What do you make of this?
Ooh, I just felt like a...
Should we not be in here? I'm really sorry. It's funny because this is like the area of the castle where there's not really prevalent known ghost stories or talked about activity, but it feels like this area we shouldn't be in.
I just heard a voice from down here too. Female voice maybe. I did hear a little crack or something in here. So this is a doorway. When I walked through it earlier, it just was like a wind gush hit my face. Ready? I feel like I just felt it again.
I felt that too.
As you walk in, but why is there nothing once you're in here? It's only when you walk through.
Yeah, come in.
When I walk out, nothing. When I walk in, I feel it. I heard like a cracking noise before we entered here. That's what I was saying before. I heard like a crack.
I heard that too. This
Maybe
was
like,
different.
it could have been wood, like all this
This was different. This sounded like more meatier than just a little pop, you know? With no further responses, we decided to make our way down to the ground floor once again, but this time enter one of the most sinister looking spaces. Okay, just before we go into this room, which is known as Satan's study, I just want to say, as we walked down all of those stairs, I got that really gross feeling like there's somebody right behind you. Obviously there's no one behind me, at least living, right? But I just had that feeling like someone is walking fast up behind you.
So this is the devil's study through here?
This is it. Although the area today known as Satan's study is an artificial room, created much later than the castle, some say it could harbour energy, being deeper in the castle and hence closer to the portal to hell than anywhere else, yet also being set up as a shrine to the devil. Could this space draw in unsavoury energy? Some seem to think so, with a supposed black-robed figure being sighted near this space.
That coat scared the shit out of me.
Oh god.
I'm just going to leave the lights on in this one because
It's scary.
there's lots of stairs and it's a tiny bit scary.
Okay guys, this is known as Satan's study, and if we look around, it is made purposefully to look scary, demonic, evil, all of those things. And we even have a couple of, effigies on the wall that are representing demons, hell, the devil.
I mean, is this hook really necessary?
Yes, Absolutely.
Oh, cool. And look, even like, there's even like little devil faces like smoldered into the stuff. Like, check this guy out. That is f***ing creepy.
There is above the hook as well.
Oh, I didn't even see that one. Cool. Oh, and there's a claw holding a chain up there. Check that out.
Now there's a whole ass throne down here as well for Satan. Just a tad scary. I'm gonna put GhostTube on him, see if he has anything to say for himself. Now, this isn't an original sort of space of the castle, it's been constructed. What's interesting about it though, is it's actually the furthest that you can get down deep inside the castle, therefore the closest that you can get to the hell portal. But also it makes me wonder, although it's like artificial, this throne and all these demonic faces, it's like a shrine. It's a shrine that's been set up to the demonic beings that are said to exist here. So what could that attract to this area?
I think if my inner compass is working, through this wall here would be under the chapel, right?
This direction, and then down, down, down to hell.
It is creepy down here. It really is.
What do you mean?
Don't offend it, Jared.
I feel uncomfortable down here is what I mean. I feel like we're getting like relevant stringy responses. We've been getting them all throughout this session and the Patreon YouTube member session. Like, we've just been getting like strings that sort of make sense.
I mean, you have a lovely space down here. You're very lucky to have that someone set this up for you. Yeah, this is f***ing messed up.
I'm near you, or I near you, or something like that.
Oh my god. Why did it say it like that?
It sounded really weird. Yeah, it didn't sound like it's supposed to translate into English. It sounded like broken.
If you're here, can you prove it? I'm not impressed.
Oh, whoa. I just heard that. That came from up there.
Can you move something bigger? Just got super cold in my left leg.
Cold.
It's still there, it's still cold.
Are you touching her?
Just here.
This room's giving me the creeps. Come on, let's go.
See you, devil.
We'll be back, probably. Bed for tonight.
Oh, it's got a little Winnie the Pooh on it. Hey, it's a bunk bed. We could both sleep there.
It looks dusty as I'm not sleeping there.
Okay, guys, I promise that I found something earlier. I've never seen this anywhere, and Jared hasn't seen it at all,
So no one that you've seen on YouTube or TV has ever gone in here?
Not a lot of YouTubers have actually been here and filmed here, right? So I haven't seen any of this, but look, like a little dungeon looking thing here, and then a staircase going down. But the funny thing is the chapel's on this side, where there's another staircase.
Oh, what?
So if I look at, see this wall here? This is sort of that's where the chapel is. It's bricked up behind this thing. So I don't know if someone's been in this area trying to uncover something.
What?
There's a bug. It went in my ear.
Wasp. Lights off.
It was in my hair for a second.
Lights off.
Oh,
Bad omen.
yeah, that touched my
I'm already
hair.
scared. I heard it was like, it was really loud. It was a big one.
But I mean, I think we should go down there if we can get down there. Okay, watch out for that.
Light. Die down here, Ames. At least
Watch out for splinters. Yeah.
Right, you ready? I'm going to put light on
Holy, this goes right
Light
under
on,
the
go.
chapel.
Go before the wasp gets us.
Oh my god. I don't know. Look, there's a little inlet here.
That is weird. Why the would that be there? Look at that spider.
Where?
There with a big sack of babies.
What the man? I think we should.
God. I'm not touching the fucking ceiling. There's this spider sack. Amy says more there too.
Oh my god. They're everywhere.
One's moving over there. Up there to the right, to the right, to the right. There, down, right there.
Should we just go?
Just don't touch the
I
ceiling.
need to see what's down here. Don't fall because this is so steep. Oh my god. I think we found the bottom. I'm not even you. I think this is the bottom of the. This is under the chapel.
It's weird because in the middle of the room there's like this dip, which what looks like junk and stuff or trash, but I want to see what that Polaroid photo is.
Oh my god.
Can we go down there?
Is this just watch your feet? Like this is not stable.
Gotcha.
This is I've never heard of or seen this in Houska Castle before. I think we're in hell.
It almost looks like this could be a hole that's been covered up. Can I see what's on this picture?
Yeah, what's on the picture?
Just blackness.
Because
It's
it
just
doesn't,
blackness.
it looks like there's something on it to me.
It's just blackness. It looks like a hole that's been covered in.
It's concave, it's all sunk in, down into the middle here.
Either something's been buried here or someone's tried to dig here maybe.
Jared, I feel very heart palpitation right now.
I was getting heart palpitations today during our walkthrough earlier.
I don't think that we're supposed to be in here. This feels very bad in
I
here.
just film up. And that looks like that's been covered as well. I feel like this is the portal to hell. I feel like this is it. I feel like we found it.
We are underground underneath the chapel under Houska Castle right now. I'm getting full body chills, honestly.
Here we begin to discuss rolling GhostTube and are completely unaware of this audio capture, which to me sounds like distant footsteps, possibly from above us in the castle courtyard.
Okay guys, we're just gonna run GhostTube again because this is really amazing. I don't know if anyone's used this here. I'm gonna hold it above the hole. You know what's so weird as well? All those spiders on the wall, it felt like we're in an Indiana Jones movie or something and we've just stumbled across like the treasure or something.
I just wanted to make a quick note about this faint voice that we captured. To me, it's pretty compelling. As we were quiet at this time, yet only one of our camera's microphones picked up the audio, meaning the other camera, both of our body mics, and the phone's audio did not register it. But what we remark next is really creepy.
I feel like I can hear voices. Can you just hold that for a second?
I can as well. I feel like I can as well. I keep hearing voices and I'm like, is it in my head or is it actually in my ears? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel like I'm hearing voices. So we've had wasps, we've had spiders, voices. What now? Bats. That's all we need now to make this night complete.
Does it look like up here, like it's been a hole that's been covered over?
Yeah, it looks like that's been covered up. And then it looks like this has either been dug out or dug in. It's like a hole. I can't believe we've like come down here. Like we weren't able to do this last time. We've never seen this before. I think this is like incredible.
Is it okay that we're down here?
We spent quite a bit more time down here, yet received nothing of further interest, so we made our way back up before deciding to explore the other side of the cavern.
Okay, this is the other side, guys.
Bottles all over the ceiling.
God damn it.
Oh, maybe some weird paintings in this little candle shrine bit too. Loose step here. Not much to see in here. I'm very on edge down here. All the rooms are burnt, all the walls are burnt.
Hell, baby.
There's like a mark on the wall there that's naturally formed out of all the moss and on the wall. And it sort of looks like someone with their wings spread out or something. You see what I mean? This creeped me out, let's go.
Yeah, I'm done with this. Oh my god, get me out of here.
It was now time to begin conducting some experiments, and we thought we'd jump straight into the chapel, said to be built over a portal to hell. Here we would perform an SD session, which saw me listen to a spirit box whilst wearing noise-cancelling headphones and repeating anything I heard come through, while Jared asked questions I could not hear. In addition, to further isolate my senses and assist me entering a trance-like state, I digitally scribe within the virtual environment that GhostTube Lens provides. If you're interested in grabbing your own pair of lens, check the links below. But now, let's jump into the experiment.
Alright guys, we've just set up in the chapel for our first main experiment. Amy's going to be doing an Esther session. She's going to be doing the Gansfield experiment where she's using GhostTube Lens to look at like a red light, which some say helps you sort of increase your perception to the paranormal, I suppose. So we're testing a couple of theories there. We obviously don't speak Czech, so I've got a translator on hand and we'll be doing our best to translate as we go.
Very good.
And I'm ready to go now. So we're in the chapel. We came through here earlier. You seem to be interacting with our devices, or someone seemed to be. Can you tell us about who that is or who you are?
Touch.
Touch. Can you touch that woman?
For me.
Can you touch that woman that's sitting there? Or one of the devices around her? It'll let us know that you're here.
Bodo.
Bodo.
I will.
I will. Bodo means I will. I will touch her. Thank you. Well, that's off to a good start.
I was unaware of any of this happening in the moment, but now, watching this back, it's extremely creepy, as I would later sleep in the chapel, and by morning I had been marked by something, leaving bruises on my body, but more on this later.
Moss.
Moss. Moss.
Oh, very creepy voice, this woman.
Oh, that's really weird. I thought I just heard a thud over here, which is weird because there's nothing but a wall here and a window. How many people are here with me now? Can you tell me that?
Not only does this stomp register as a noise on our audio, but it even made our final camera angle closest to it rattle ever so slightly.
Bullet, blood.
Blood. It's interesting we're getting a lot of English words. Are you a friend? We're in a holy place. I mean, there could be good spirits here too, I suppose. We come in peace. Come in peace? That's weird. We're here to be a friend. Are we welcomed here? That thud again. See, did you hear that? Could be coming from up there. There's like a platform up there.
Here.
Here? Who's here? Where are you? Who's here? What's beneath this place?
Stay out.
Stay out. Why? What's there? What's beneath this place? That's weird. We got like, as I was like, what's beneath this chapel? We got stay out. Why do I need to stay out? What's here?
The spirits.
What spirits? Tell me about them.
Come.
I'm here. Where do you want me to go?
Run.
Run? I feel like we got that word earlier on GhostTube during our walkthrough earlier.
Can you see me?
I'm trying, but I can't see you, no. How are you able to speak my language? Don't you speak Czech? Why was this chapel built? Can you tell me about that? I've heard some stories.
Duh.
Who am I speaking with?
thought I heard someone say bastard.
Bastard. That's so weird. We're getting a lot of English words. We were expecting a lot of Czech words, hence I've got the translator on hand. So that is really weird, and they seem to be sort of intelligent as well.
Oble.
Oble.
Suit.
Suit. I'm not wearing a suit, I'm just wearing jeans and a jacket. What do you mean by suit? I've heard that this is a portal to hell beneath the chapel. A gateway to hell. Is that true? I want something to touch her. Can you go up and touch that lady? You said touch before. I reckon I'm hearing voices out there.
No.
No, I'm hearing voices. Who am I hearing? Who's out there?
Down.
I want to know what's down. We went down under the chapel before. We went downstairs before. We seen what looked like a covered hole. Can you tell me about that? I've also heard stories about what's below this chapel, why this castle was built. What do you know of it?
Jabel.
Jab. We're just trying to say chapel, maybe? Chapel? That could be relevant. Jabel.
Devil.
Jabel means devil. She just said devil. I can't believe that. Look. All right, I'm listening. Why did you say devil? Is that who I'm speaking with, or were you just trying to validate?
Still.
Still.
I feel very prickly, pins and needly.
I've tried to do these spirit box sessions, guys, in another country, and it's very
I feel
hard.
like something keeps touching me on the arms. Like just my clothing, like here.
Are you touching her? Thank you. Guys, I've done these spirit box sessions in other countries, and it's really hard to focus on the syllables being said, especially when you don't speak the language.
Lart.
Nothing that time. Who said the word devil? Who was that came through? Why did you say it? Are you trying to scare me?
I'm hearing a lot of deep, just like weird, scary voices. I have no idea what they're saying though. Itchbra.
Itchbra.
Stick.
Stick. What stick? Are there any sticks in this room? I'm not sure if there's any sticks. There are a few artifacts in here. I don't know what it means by stick. Then again, it also just said as well, so I mean, maybe that was just like some radio interference or something. Stick shit.
Just heard a woman like,
Can you tell me how many people are here with us? I feel like we've had a few voices and a few different like words come through. Can you tell me how many people? Amy's rubbing her arm. Just noting that, that's weird. Are you touching that woman there? Her name's Amy?
her.
Yeah. It's touching her? I don't know whether to wake Amy up or... Amy, I'll tell you what, if Amy wasn't in it, she'd tell me to keep filming, so I'm just going to keep filming. Thank you.
I feel like my clothing keeps moving. I don't know if it's just like me, but it just feels like all here.
I'm watching Amy
on both sides as well.
I'm watching Amy on the LCD screen. Can't see any movement.
Tibros.
Yep.
Are you touching me?
Yep. That was actually kind of weird.
Why?
Yeah, you kept like acting as if something was touching you. You actually said the word touch. A lot of the English words I felt like were making sense. You said a few foreign words that didn't make any sense at all, but one of them that was very clear and made a lot of sense to me, Jarbel or something. I thought like maybe chapel, but I did the translation. It means devil. It was really, really weird. And then I don't know if you were trying to convey what you were hearing, but you were like women whimpering or something like that as well.
Yeah.
It got really weird towards the end there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel very creeped out. And now you've told me that, I feel way more creeped out. Like I've got full like goose pimples from hearing that. That's really obviously relevant, very creepy. But I've just felt like something, if the REM pod's gone off or anything, because I've just felt like something is just touching me.
Strangely, none of the REM pods or anything have gone off.
That makes me feel a bit better because I'm like, is it in my head? But it just felt like so gently something's touching me.
Having now completed our SDs, we decided to investigate a different area known as Satan's Study. But first, we set up a still GhostTube SLS camera to monitor the courtyard when we noticed the light we had used to illuminate this space for the camera had died. And so we rolled another normal and thermal camera to check out what had happened.
I just seen the light go off out here, Jared. Hang on. Low, this is just drained. This is a brand new battery, have not even used this. It's 100% like charged and stuff.
We've only done one experiment, so this is still the beginning of the night for us.
We haven't used this light though, either. Like this should not be, this has been drained. This has been drained.
That is weird, because yeah, we've only just done our one segment in night vision in the chapel.
Yeah, I seen it turn, actually this SLS camera would have seen it turn off. I just seen the light flash out here. So we rolled and came out here, it's dead. I've also got a thermal camera rolling, so I'm just gonna do a little sweep of the courtyard.
Seeing anything?
No, everything looks normal. Everything in here looks normal, to be honest, okay.
Because a brand new battery had just been drained, signifying that a paranormal presence may have taken the energy to use for itself, we decided to replace the battery and keep the camera rolling while we forged on with our next experiment.
Anyway, we actually wanted to go into Satan's study with the thermal because earlier I was feeling a cold spot on me. It looks very creepy on the thermal, I admit. Is this a face up here? A demonic face.
Is it hot or cold on the thermal?
Hot. Can I actually see it? You see?
Really broke my neck on that one.
You're right.
Yeah, how do I look?
Hot.
I know it, baby.
Now if I look down here, I can actually see our camera. That one I can see as well. Okay, so if there's somebody here and you were near me earlier, I did feel you. Can you come back near me?
Shortly after entering Satan's study, we did capture a figure that mapped for just a single frame over on one side of the courtyard. Yet this wouldn't be the only thing that our SLS camera captured during the session.
So down here, those closer to the chapel, right?
Please be careful. There's something else that's hot. I think there's lights on the floor. Oh, is it the square lights on the floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I turned them off.
Yeah, they're still hot. The thermal can see them.
So I was actually seeing heat emanating from the floor behind Jared. Weird, given there's a portal to hell under our feet, but there were actually some lights there earlier, so I think it's just still, you know, seeing the heat from that.
See, we do debunk for all you haters out there.
Let's have a look at Satan.
Yeah, Satan himself, see hot or cold.
Tepid.
Tepid devil. So I set up this while I was setting up the camera.
He used it.
So I'm sitting in the demonic chair.
What makes it demonic?
It's got the Satan symbol on it, doesn't it?
How's it feel?
You know what?
What?
It's funny we've got a thermal camera because the seat actually feels cold, quite cold. I mean, it's probably just because it's colder down here.
Can you go up to Jared?
I just got goosebumps head to toe as well when you said that.
Go on. Go to Jared.
Can you make a noise or move something for us? I had like head to toe goosebumps then. Actually more like I had toe to head goosebumps. It like started down here, went all throughout my body, and then it went away and then there's nothing. Did I give it a go?
Oh, you can see your ass print.
Oh my god! Actually, can you see my man junk as well? Is that my man junk there?
I don't know. I don't want to sit on it now. Alright, let me try.
I'm gonna sit there. Alright, let me try.
Alright. Sit in this special demon seat. Can you come up around me? We might be able to see you using one of our special cameras. Do you want us to see you?
With some eerie timing, after I had just asked this question, our GhostTube SLS camera in the courtyard would map just the face of a figure on the upper walkway of the courtyard, as if two eyes can be seen peering down. This is curious as shoddy figures have been sighted in this area, yet also because we would soon have some weird experiences in that space.
Now's your time to show yourself.
Alright, get up, let's see your ass print now.
Let me work it in. Mine's way fatter than yours. Look at my back boobs.
Yeah, your back print on that chair looks like, it almost looks like a torso, like
it looks
sitting in the chair.
Like it's coming out. Ew, I don't like the thermal camera anymore.
Oh, now I can see your crutch.
Jared! Give me that. Let me see yours.
No Halloween special for everyone.
Having had a bit of fun in Satan's study, we now made our way back up to base camp to take a quick break before investigating more. Yet we started to hear noises, so rolled on a camera only to capture more of what we had just heard.
We're just having a little drink break in the courtyard and we start hearing noises, so we just grabbed this camera and rolled. And I'm pretty sure we just caught a bunch of noises in here. No idea what that was. They're all like up here.
This remark is pretty strange, as we did not realise in this moment we had captured a face peering down from the walkway just before this on our GhostTube SLS camera.
It's actually where we're going to go and investigate next, yeah.
Shh. Listen, just listen.
Here, because we were hearing so many noises, Jared grabbed our Lucid headphones, which basically amplify all noise in the environment whilst recording the audio, so it could allow him to hear EVPs live in the moment.
There.
Someone fucking walking.
Yeah, I can hear it.
They're walking all around. Sorry.
Because we were hearing so much coming from upstairs, we decided to move up there to see if we could debunk these footsteps or encounter more strangeness.
This is where all the noises originated from. So someone up here, can you make a noise like this? This would be the top of the chapel as well, wouldn't it?
We stood here for quite some time, waiting for something to happen, yet nothing was to present itself, so we moved to our next location, just through the doors, to conduct a seer session in the hunting room. Here, Jared would wear GhostTube Lens to isolate his senses while digitally scrying, and rolling GhostTube Seer, which could produce images based off of environmental readings interpreted by AI. He'd also keep the Lucid headphones on in case there were more noises around us, and just as we were setting up, we captured some REM pod activity, signifying someone was around.
Ames, we're getting REM pod activity. We're getting REM pod activity. So hurry up.
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, you want me to turn the light off?
Yeah, I want you to just turn the light off and get everything rolling. Roll that handheld as well.
Yeah, my handheld's rolling.
Oh, image, James. Oh, two women. It's like a woman putting like a necklace on another woman.
Okay.
Like a weird necklace with maybe pearl, maybe some feathers, I'm not sure, but more maybe like pearls, like a pendant.
Interesting.
And they're wearing a white dress.
We did get the word mother in here earlier.
Yeah, that's right, we did. Yeah, I'm feeling motherly daughter vibes in right now, like with this picture. Oh, another image, James.
Okay.
I'm seeing weirdly, sort of like medievally villagey people rummaging like around a town. Like there's a town. Interestingly, some of the buildings actually do look like some of the buildings in this part of Europe. You know, those older buildings with those rooftops and the big chimneys. Like I'm seeing that, and all these people are gathered in like the town square. I don't see this castle, but the buildings do look remnant of the ones I've seen driving through this part of the world.
This image certainly seems relevant to the area we are in and its time period, yet something that strikes me about the image is the large dark winged creatures flying through the sky. At first glance, these could seem just to be birds, though some of them are rather large, and it sort of fits with the folklore of locals being terrorised by winged demonic beings that flew out of the hell portal.
So I've got the thermals on. I swear I just thought I heard someone laughing or something.
Okay, I haven't heard anything.
So my name is Amy and this is Jared. Thank you if you have been showing us some images tonight. If you can say something and talk very loud to us, we should be able to hear you. If you go up to this man, maybe you can describe something to him and use your energy to show him something.
Come sit at the table with me. The seance table. Is that even what it is?
I don't think so. But this is like friggin' Jared's Circle of Doom on steroids.
It looks like a seance table. It's even got the weird little tassels.
Oh. Thank you. As we were just talking about the table.
Could that have been me because I touched these tassels like this?
Maybe. That's so weird. You're touching... Wait, are you touching stuff? No.
I'm not touching it now.
I don't think that's you. Dude, the cat ball right next to that REM pod is going off.
Oh my God, so they've taken a seat with me at the table.
That's crazy. Because to me that confirms, I'm like, oh, maybe that's that REM pod's a bit off. But then the cat, that one cat ball goes off. No other cat balls on the table, do you know what I'm saying?
Can you show me who's sitting at the table with me right now?
Okay, same cat ball.
Who's sitting here with me?
Can you show us what is in that room? We were told that we should run forward and then we heard noises in that room earlier tonight.
What are we running from?
Or to.
Or to rather, yeah.
Maybe the castle guardian is here? Can you show us what is underneath the chapel here at Houska Castle? Can you knock for us? Maybe you can repeat this. Are you moving?
No.
I just heard noise near you.
Like what?
Like shuffling or something? Like I just thought you had moved. Can you tell me what happened here when there were soldiers here from Germany or scientists here? Also guys, I want to note my voice probably sounds terrible. Apologies. I have been deathly sick since the Blood Countess Castle. I got really, really ill. It's been a rough time. I think something just lit up. Oh, I think the tripwire's lighting up.
Oh, I've got goosebumps, Ames.
Okay. Honestly, I think the tripwire was, and the cap on the same side is going off.
Oh my God.
I actually missed it with my actual eyes. I'm seeing the room light up though.
Who's speaking with us? Can you show me?
That turkey is haunting my dream. Actually, is it a vulture? What the heck is that? Don't. Did you hear? That was a knocking in that room. We were told not to go in. Can you join us at the table, please?
I feel like it's gone really quiet now.
Hello, can you use this to talk with us?
Dobrý den, můžete to použít k rozhovoru s námi.
We continued reaching out for a while here, trying both questions in English and Czech, but it seemed that whatever energy was around must have moved on. So we also moved over into the armory, where we decided to roll GhostTube Vox.
Oh, thank you. Can you come and talk to us?
Můžete s námi přijít a mluvit.
Who's been speaking with us tonight?
Kdo s námi dnes večer mluvil?
You Stu?
Sure.
Sure, maybe they do want to talk to us?
Right. You think that's what it said?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
We'd love to hear from you.
Rád bych od vás slyšel.
Frustratingly, we stayed here asking questions for a very long time, yet received nothing more of interest. So we now made our way back downstairs to the chapel to continue investigating there. Here we decided to try more experiments with GhostTube Seer while wearing GhostTube Lens and the Lucid headphones. So I set up to do this, and right from the get-go, we received an image that was curious.
It has already come up.
Ooh. What are we seeing?
It looks like a man.
Right.
And then I've got, I want to say like a gallows. He's not hanging, but he seems suspended. On my left, there looks like something, I want to say like scales or a cauldron or something. Which is funny because there's scales on that table there.
Behind me?
Yeah.
Oh my God, there is.
And I think in one of these images that's displayed on the walls, there's something to do with someone like the good and balance of evil on scales. That's the vibes I'm getting from the image.
That's okay, that's really weird.
But there was a man there as well.
Right.
For this image to pop up right away for us is pretty incredible. Not only is it reminiscent of the scales that were actually present in the chapel, it also represents one of the frescoes on the wall. Here, Archangel Michael is holding a sword in one hand and scales in the other, used to weigh souls at the Last Judgment. Now that I can analyse this seer image more closely, it even appears that a sword is present on the right hand side, just as Michael holds in the chapel artwork. Do you think these could be linked somehow? Especially considering that the chapel was built and dedicated to Michael.
I can't believe that, they're like right there. I didn't even notice the scales, honestly. So guys, we've returned to the chapel. Upstairs was a bit quiet. We've returned to the chapel because we felt like this is where we were getting a lot of the activity earlier in the night, a lot of words, and this is where a lot of the legends center around. Plus, we've never used Seer in here before, so we really wanted to. How are you feeling, Ames?
I'm okay. I mean, my hearing's also amplified, so I can hear a little mouse fart in here. I mean, if a mouse did fart. Can you show me what's under this floor?
We are very lucky though, because tonight we've got this castle to ourselves, of course, but it's like on this mountaintop hill thing, like there's not really many houses around it, so it's really quiet. So if we do hear any EVPs, it's really interesting.
I want to see the demons. Oh.
What are you seeing?
It looks like a lady reading in a library, but she looks quite posh and fancy, like she's got a full-on long dress, perhaps even a glove on. So I would say maybe it's like fitting to the castle.
Interestingly, I know there's all the demons and evil and that said to surround this castle, but I feel like we've had a few words along the lines of like mother and daughter, and like you just saw a woman, we had the word mother come through. I seen a woman putting a necklace on a girl upstairs.
The hellhole aside, right, there's other hauntings here, and people have inhabited this castle for hundreds of years, you know. There's been a lot of other existence and life around it. I do want to say though, and I'm not saying this image is probably or even maybe linked to that, you know, this place was under Nazi Germany occupation, right? They did a lot of occult sort of stuff, and I believe that they bought a lot of occult books or other stuff to do with that here, so who knows, maybe the books are linked to that. Thank you for showing me the lady. I would love to see why this castle was built though.
I want to see what the portal to hell looks like. What's inside of it?
Oh, I just felt like air on my face.
That's weird, because I'm nowhere near you. I'm sitting on the other side of the chapel.
I've also got an image. It looks like an eagle.
An eagle?
Yeah, an eagle, like I want to say a bald eagle, but I don't know that much about eagles. And it's in jail, like it's behind bars. I mean, maybe just because I'm scared of birds, but there's like this evil, badass looking bird, but it's frickin' jailed. Kind of like, you know, the demons are jailed.
Maybe it's picking up on your fears as well, like your fear of birds.
Yeah, but it's also like this church is here blocking the demons, right? So it's like protection. And maybe it's like, yeah, your fears are locked up. Maybe it's more symbolic. Do you know what I'm trying to get at?
Yep.
Here, we speculate that the eagle could be symbolic of my fear of birds. But with the bird locked away, it almost acted as the chapel does to this day, protecting against the demons coming through the hell portal. Upon reflection of this image, it's also interesting to note that the eagle is also quite symbolic of Nazi Germany and could perhaps be linked to their occupation of the castle. But we now decided to swap things up, with Jared jumping on Sia to see if that would change the responses coming through. But as I was waiting for Jared to set up, I captured something truly horrific.
I feel like I just felt something touch my neck. That was weird. I feel like I just felt something touch my neck. I actually felt it here. Might have just been my hair moving, but I was just filming my head, so.
This is obviously really creepy. I do not believe this was simply my hair moving in place, as I'm very still when it happens. I thought maybe this could be a spider too, which is obviously creepy still, but it actually kind of looks longer than a spider, like it wraps around the back of my neck a bit. I've also reviewed all the footage with some pretty good shots of the back and side of my head and my hoodie, and I cannot see any bugs on me, nor did I catch one crawling on me later, as you'd expect me to. I'm not sure this was paranormal, but considering Jared had been asking the demons to touch me all night, I'm kinda not surprised. What adds to this though is soon after feeling this, we do document what sounds like a scream onto audio.
Can you show me what touched me? Or show me what's here in the chapel with me? He was talking to me earlier when I had the headphones on.
I'm seeing another image. Oh my god!
What?
I'm actually seeing warplanes.
Okay.
You were talking about World War II occupation of the castle, right?
Yeah.
It's really weird. I'm seeing warplanes right now. The flag on it's a bit, distorted in the AI, so I can't tell, but it looks spot on.
Okay.
That is crazy.
Like most of these images, it can be difficult to say exactly what it may mean, but since we had just been talking of Germany's usage of the castle during World War II, it was interesting to receive such an image, even if this was never used as a military base. Just for comparison, I found some imagery of German piloted planes during World War II, though it's important to remember that AI doesn't always depict images in an exact manner. Do you see similarities?
If there's someone here and you remember the war, can you show us what the castle was like at that time? Maybe you can show us some of these paintings that are on the wall here.
Oh, that would be creepy.
Yeah. Can you show us something from inside the chapel?
Ooh, oh my god. I'm seeing a man in a suit, and it's weird because you said suit in Czech when we were doing the Estes earlier.
Okay.
And he's walking on a bridge of fire over lava.
Fire?
He's on a pathway that's lit with flames, and he's walking over just lava's all I can see, an ocean of lava. It's really, really weird. It's like a black shadow man thing walking on this path of fire through like a sea of lava. That is so weird. I actually thought the word suit you said earlier was a bit random, but he's wearing a suit.
Lucifer vibes.
Lucifer, like from the TV show?
Yeah, like, think the devil's always like smart dressed and he's on a freaking fire pit, right?
Here we decided to review our images together, and it was pretty clear that the man walking through a fiery path in a suit stood out given the connotations this castle has to hell and demons. But what we would also discover is that during the time that we swapped places on Lens, another image was also generated, one that forms the shape of a man standing in a red lit room. What struck us about this image in particular was how pointed the man's ears appeared, but you can even see as it forms it almost looks like he has horns upon his head.
His ear.
Oh, his ear looks sort of like
pointed.
Pointed, yeah.
Okay, again.
That's weird.
Creepy.
I do think that one's pretty cool though.
That looks, yeah.
Bond, James Bond.
But also
creepy, devil creepy.
I'm calling devil on that.
And with that, it was now time for us to head to sleep. We decided to do this within the chapel, given it was where we'd had most of our interactions for the night, and where the portal to hell is directly beneath. For good measure, we also placed a still GhostTube SLS camera within the underground cellar we'd earlier discovered, in case we could capture any figures or audio there. But here is the rest of our night, sleeping atop the portal to hell in Houska Castle.
No.
Which one was that?
So I'm on this camera, Bebe.
Oh, wait,
You're on that one over there. And where's my pillow?
you have a pillow?
Oh, I've got a sweater on.
Oh, I'm wearing mine.
Did we get kids sleeping bags or what?
These are the worst sleeping bags I've ever had in my whole life. So we were going to split up and sleep, and Jared was supposed to go to Satan's study, and he's too scared. He will not.
I was not too scared. It was just too dusty.
You need to redeem yourself after the Blood Countess castle.
Excuse me, Blood Countess Castle. I had plenty of good reason to leave. That cat took a massive stunk.
Oh god. I'm really hot in here.
Anyway,
are you hot? Is this
it's
light?
pretty hot.
I'm like fucking burning up.
Are you going to run GhostTube?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it is hot in here. I would take off all my clothes, but all these people are watching us as well.
These sleeping bags don't stay close either. Anytime you move it, just unzips.
Yeah, look. You can't get comfortable.
I have studied the footage from the cellar in depth, and interestingly, found nothing to note here. The most exciting thing about the footage is a moth that seemed to stretch out its wings for quite some time before flying away.
Wait, are there bats in this chapel?
Why?
Because of my new fear, guano in the mouth. I'm serious. I sleep until like this.
You do.
I do not want guano in the mouth.
Shut up, Joe.
No, you shut
This
up.
is why we need to sleep separate. She don't shut up.
Shut up. You know that toe that I broke like 2 months ago back home in Australia?
You did not break your toe.
Well,
Yeah.
it's still sore now. And it's sore because the sleeping bag's too small and it's pushed against the end of the sleeping bag.
I'm trying to listen to the devil's here.
Shh.
Tak určitě.
Sure.
Great.
James.
Podváděný.
Cheating.
Sure, James cheating.
It's weird that it's like boom, boom, boom.
Jsi přítel?
That sounded like a tight fart. What did it say?
Are you a friend? Yeah, well,
Yes.
unless you're a demon, I'll be a friend, yeah. I had a click.
What was that?
I feel like it's up here, right?
Like clicking or something? It sounds like a camera's clicking. It's like
It was
touch.
over here.
Like it's too echoing here. I can't tell what's going on.
You make a loud noise?
Zločin.
Crime.
Crime is actually interesting when considering the prisoners that were lowered into the hell pit before it was covered with this chapel and castle, all of whom eventually died.
That was right next to me, whatever the fuck that was. I just heard that was just over here, right on my face.
Slabý.
Weak.
Weak?
They're talking about me.
Probably. You think this man is weak? Maybe you should do something to try and scare him out of this church.
Pojď ven.
Come outside.
No. Why? Why does all this come outside?
Is it not safe in here? Is it in the courtyard or?
I just heard a voice as well. Female go, like you heard earlier. Who wants us to come outside?
I am not messing around when I say neither of us heard this growl-like vocalization in the moment. It's actually quite weird to me editing this footage and hearing this now, but also kind of chilling too.
Chci, aby si šel.
I want you to go.
Come outside, I want you to go. Why?
Okay. What's out here?
This was one hell of a rough night, and yes, that pun is very much intended. What adds to this is when I woke up, I noticed that I had marks all over my left leg, which I hadn't noticed to be there the previous night. I had 3 bruises in a line down my thigh, and a burn-type mark on my knee. Adding to this, the interactions, voices, bangs, and other noises documented throughout the castle that night. I'd say we had a very active Halloween special at Houska Castle, the portal to hell. Remember, if you did enjoy this video, please like, comment, and share this video out. We also still have limited edition Halloween merch on sale, so grab yours real quick. But just because Halloween is over for another year, doesn't mean we are. So make sure you've hit subscribe and turned on all notifications for this channel, as we still have plenty of content coming up, including haunted prisons, hotels, and more locations connected with the devil. You won't want to miss the next paranormal investigation on AmysCrypt.
Morning, Crypt Keepers.
Good morning.
I don't know if it's so good. Well, we made it through the night. I actually don't know how many more floors I can sleep on. I think this might be our last one for a while. I'm sick, I'm tired, I'm just done.
We slept at every single of these October Halloween locations, right?
I think we slept at every single one, yeah.
Oh God.
Honestly, it might shock some people, but The Conjuring was the nicest sleep out of all of them.
Well, we had a bed.
Now, sleeping in that chapel, I don't know what's up. I got quite uncomfortable, and I don't know if this is a symptom of sleeping on the floor, but I've got some really weird marks on one of my legs, only my left leg. I've got 3 bruises on my thigh and some weird ass, feels almost like a burn on my knee. I've taken a little bit of footage of it, but honestly, like, I need to take my pants off to show it, so it's kind of hard to get footage of it. But I just woke up, went to the toilet, and then noticed it, so I came back and showed Jared. I don't know if that's paranormal. Perhaps there was something that physically marked me in the church. I don't know if I want to go that far, but it's a bit weird, to be honest.
I feel like I did hear a few more noises throughout the night. Just weird, like those bangs and like that we were hearing in this courtyard earlier in the night. Like I was hearing those sort of sounds.
I definitely think we had a weird night at this castle, but it was really cool, and I'm happy that we got the chance to come back and actually investigate it overnight and like stay and do it properly. It felt really good to do that. Remember guys, Halloween merch, I'm gonna leave it up for a little bit, but I'm really happy with how this year's turned out. It was very heavily inspired by the venues that we filmed at, and we got to work with one of my childhood best friends again as well to create the merch. She's a legend. So thanks, Jess. I do want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video and all of our Halloween videos, in fact. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe, because that really helps us out. If you want to do more reading on this place, head to AmysCrypt.com, and we posted a bonus Patreon video, which you can watch via the links below, and also follow us on all the social medias. Just do that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.
Bye.